Magical afternoon to you. So I didn't get my video out this morning because when my alarm went off at 5:30, I rolled over and turned it off. I didn't hit the snooze button. So that's why I look delightful today. Sometimes our bodies just tell us, you need that extra hour of sleep. I was late to my day job. But that was okay because I worked extra the night before. So what I wanted to do reading on this morning, but I'm doing it now in Magical Afternoon, I wanted to do a reading on the New Jersey governor race. Saw part of the last debate. It was pretty heated, but apparently this is a race to watch. So I don't have a preference. I'm not politically inclined, but let's see what we come up with. So we've got, for those of you that aren't in New Jersey, we've got Jack Ciattarelli and the sitting Governor Murphy. So what we're going to do is we're going to split the deck. Oh, and for today, I'm using, this is it's a really cute, like kitschy deck, but I felt led to it. It is the Dark Mansion Tarot. It's a little tricky to find sometimes. It gets sold out pretty quickly. The artwork is really, really cute. It's not like the most serious deck, but it actually reads pretty seriously. So there's a bit of a Jack Skellington vibe to it. So it is one of my favorite decks. Very whimsical. Very sweet, kind of puckish advice. I would say it's puckish. But I felt led to do the reading with it today. So we're going to split the deck. Ready? Crack! Ciattarelli, Murphy. So we'll start with Ciattarelli just because I'm going in alphabetical order. I actually had to think if I was doing that right. C definitely comes before M. I got a new shipment of Nug Champa incense yesterday. So if you see it smoky over here, oh, it's so good. Figure this is a good way to start the weekend. Something light, like politics. Okay, so for the newbie to the race, we have underlying, over, top energy, whatever, it's the energy that runs through it. I'm doing just a 6-card spread. Again, once my cottage is built, I will be able to do the picture-in-picture once the studio's all set up. The High Priestess. So he thinks that he has secrets that can be revealed, secrets that will make a difference. This is, again, Ciattarelli, our governor in the running. 5 of Swords, little bit of shadiness here, but this is sometimes teamwork. This is working together with people. I know one of the things that he said is that he campaigns alone, but I think he's got a team that he's leaning into. I think that's what this is pushing us toward. There's a lot of feminine energy here with that High Priestess, and then we got the Queen of Cups. And again, like the artwork is just so sweet on this. I just love this deck. It's just adorable. So with that Queen of Cups there, it's either we've got a strong female presence that's going to come into the mix and sweeten up the campaign. There's a lot of emotion in here. trying to, I strongly feel like this is a female that's going to come into the campaign, going to be more visible in the campaigns, perhaps his wife or somebody that works on the campaign with him that's going to become more visible and just try and sweeten the deal and soften things that he says. Six of Cups, going back to traditional values. He's going to lean into those traditional values. Now, he is the Republican candidate, so the conservative values are, of course, going to be the underscored thing, but this is hearkening back to a time in the past. This is hearkening back to I get the feeling of like, and one of my favorite memories, like everyone will figure out how old I am now. I remember going to the Bicentennial Parade, and I was very young, but I do remember going to it. It's one of my first really, really clear memories. And I remember sitting on the curb and watching the parade go by. And we're just like small town folk here, so parade was going by, and we were eating like strawberry shortcakes on a stick, like that ice cream. But there's just so much patriotism, and everybody was so happy. It was beautiful summer, nice and warm. That's the vibe that this card gives off. He wants everybody to tap into that vibe. He wants everyone to associate that vibe with him. Old school, mom's apple pie, getting back to basics, getting back to more a calmer lifetime. So that's really what he's trying to put forward. Personally, this isn't tarot reading. I don't think that's going to work because we live in a completely different world. As much as I would love to have the beanbag ashtray in my Dodge Charger or my '69 Camaro, I'd love to be there, but I just don't think we can go back there. There's too much that has happened between now and then. Bon Scott would still be alive. Everyone knows I love Bon Scott. So Three of Pentacles. This is working again together. This is one of the things when people read this card, sometimes they say, oh, it's the ceremony card, it's the initiation card. It is the initiation card. It's the apprentice that is being brought into and tested into the field. So this is an interesting card for him to get because it does hearken initiation. Now, again, this is for entertainment purposes only, and you have to do your own research and all that jazz, but and there's free will, so things could change, could always be like a big scandal that shows up. Ace of Swords. He is going to say all the right things at the right time. He's going to have an answer. He's going to have a comprehensive answer for anything. I think he did okay in the little bit of the debate that I saw. I think he was all right. I know there's a lot of crowd feedback, so who knows? Let's see what's going on there. So now we're going to switch over to the Murphy side. Murphy side. So the energy that runs under this is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is the home card. So this is solidly placed at home. This is, having a firm foundation, being in the right place at the right time, being in a comfortable place, and not thinking that that's, he's not thinking that that's going to change. So, but it is having a firm foundation, firm support, comfortable. Nonplussed is one of the words that comes up with this. Just not really concerned. And then we got this Death card. So Death card, don't be scared, doesn't mean death. Death card is change, inevitable change. And I tell people, big wheels are coming, here comes the train a rolling, that kind of stuff. So, the Death card tells us that there is definitely change on the horizon, and it's moving forward. There are some things that when we get the death card, there are some things we can do to change. Of course, there's always free will. You can always, not throw your boyfriend's stuff out of the window and change all the locks. You can not, make the left turn in your car, that kind of stuff. But when we have the death card, there's a theme that's running, and the death card tells us something is going to shake that up. So something may be changing for him. Fool card. The Fool, adorable, and again, my artwork on here. Oh, so cute. He is adorable. The Fool is the beginning of the major arcana, and that is the beginning of the Fool's journey. And how the Fool progresses in the journey, what he says, or what he does, and his disposition is, he is an empty cup. He is ready for anything. He is open for anything to happen. He is going with an open heart and a good spirit, and he is just ready for the next step, and he's ready to have the next adventure. Now, this deck I read upright. This card, when it's upside down, is reckless. And careless. I feel that this is a quality of careless in our situation here, especially when he's paired with the death card, because I feel like there is change coming. There are signs everywhere, and he's not paying attention. He is a little bit too cocky about his positioning right now and about his support. So maybe there's something to that. I don't know. 7 of Cups. A lot of choices. This is sometimes being distracted and dazzled by the choices, but for this, and I'm going to harken back to the readings that Tarot by Andy does, it becomes gaslighting. And to be sure, gaslighting is definitely one of the meanings for this card. This is somebody who is creating a smokescreen, creating a different appearance to things, trying to change their curbside, trying to change their outward, their PR. They're trying to make changes. So he may be shifting. This may shake him up. Something may shake him up, and he may decide to change tactics and start to act in a different way. Partnering up possibly, and I'm getting the feeling that, again, this is PR and this is curbside. He's trying to fix up his curbside, or I shouldn't say fix it up, polish it up. He's trying to polish it up so he can reach a few others. So people that are on the fence may tip over to his side of the fence. And Temperance, he has to play this very, very, very carefully. It seems like there's going to be a lot more shifting work for Murphy than for Ciattarelli. It seems like Ciattarelli is pretty straightforward. He's just got to bring in some sweetness. It feels like his campaign is just going to keep doing what it's doing, and just figure out if it works, it works. We're right on top of the election, so we're almost there. So Murphy has to be very careful about how he changes his tactics and his perspective and his PR. He's got to be very, very balanced. No attacks, nothing like that. So we're gonna pull just a few more cards. I don't want this to go too long, and I'll do a follow up on this. I'm not saying who's gonna win, because I don't think we know yet. Maybe on election night I'll do it. We'll see how good I am. All right, Murphy. Yeah, he's a little bit bummed out, and he's a little tired. Little bit bummed out. I think he's probably getting the poll numbers after the debates. He's probably getting some feedback and feels like he has a lot to do to get some of those numbers back in his favor. And to be sure, I don't know what the poll numbers are right now. I have no idea. I know the last time I saw them a few days ago, Murphy was up. So he was up more than 50%. had more than 50% support, not 50%. And it looks like, you know, we're going to start doing some new work to add to the campaign. So then what's going to happen with Ciattarelli? What's Ciattarelli going to do after that? Standing his ground, but disappointment. So he's standing his ground. He's gonna hold on to the tactics that he's using. Okay, and some of the things he said were not super nice. So I think he's going to stick with a more offensive campaign. There's some disappointment that's not going to come out. That's not going to work really well. He should know. Yeah, people aren't gonna respond very positively to that. It's going to be not well received, and it's going to jam up his campaign. He needs to bring this sweetness in, and if he can balance the sweetness that he's going to bring in with this sense of nostalgia and this nostalgic lifestyle without alienating people that live a more modern lifestyle, or that, you know, this kind of life doesn't, you know, like having meatloaf and peas and mashed potatoes and a, you know, scotch after your job at the insurance company. Anyone that's not going to resonate with, you know, is not going to really feed into this idea of let's harken back to the days of Pepperidge Farm remembers. But the sweetness, he does need some sweetness in there. He needs to have that female representative that's going to kind of be the yin to his yang. But so that's where we are with New Jersey governor's election. So we'll keep having some fun with this. I'll do some follow-up readings on it. Maybe Friday will be election day, and I'll do my election readings. I'll sleep in late and do my election readings on Friday. Listen, I have readings all weekend. I'm scrambling. I'm doing all kinds of family stuff, so I likely will not be posting on Friday and Saturday. So unless something goes crazy and like I have to. But everybody have a great weekend. I will see you Monday.